Hello, welcome everyone. I'm Monique from JapanEasyReads, and I'm really excited that you're here tonight. Today is a chance for you to find out a bit more about the Starting Strong with Comprehensible Input training course, and how it can help you and help your students, and for you to ask any questions that you may have once you've watched this little explanation. So many teachers I talk to have said that they are really interested in knowing more about CI and but just are really unsure about how to start or how to make it work in a structured way. And I was in that boat too in 2017, and that's really why I created this course, um, to help teachers that are feeling overwhelmed but want to start with using CI but feeling they just don't know where to begin. So moving on to the real core question here, how do we encourage natural communication in a languages classroom? So one of the biggest shifts with CI is moving away from the idea of forced or scripted output and towards more natural communication that happens when the students are feeling really connected, really engaged, and immersed in meaningful input. And this is the process that really drives language acquisition. When the students feel connected to the content, to their teacher, to each other, they're naturally more engaged. And when engagement is high, acquisition happens. This is how we build confident communicators without pressure or forced output. And really, that's exactly what the Starting Strong with CI course can help you do. Create a classroom environment where connection really leads to engagement, and then engagement fuels real acquisition. So just a bit of an overview of what the course offers. So there are 3 modules that are done online and can be done. It's a self-paced program. So module 1 is really laying the foundations. What is CI, and why it works, and how CI techniques make natural conversation happen. So once you've got that foundation, module 2 then really is a practical module, and it moves from a plan to a practice. So how to make CI work in real classrooms. In the CI resource pack, there's some backward planning templates which also help, and a sample unit that gives you a bit of an idea of how this can be structured in a regular classroom. Module 3 then really moves on and looks at assessment, and really importantly, how we can measure what matters. So it makes us rethink assessment for acquisition, assessment for communication, and it does look different to perhaps what your assessment tasks have looked like in a more traditional non-CI style. I'm really, really proud of the optional extra, and I encourage all participants to take part in that. It's the Zoom question and answers. There are 2 that are scheduled, and it's really a chance to stagger these so that you can start the journey yourself going through these modules, and then trial some of these activities in school in real time with real students, and then come back for the second Zoom session, troubleshoot anything, ask any questions, perhaps even plan for the next unit or the next chunk of time that you've got, whether it be semester or a term. And these, I think, are these Zoom Q&As, the feedback has been, that's been perhaps the most critical part of this training, is to have that support with someone who can walk through with you. And as I've said before, I can appreciate that because I've been in that situation myself when I was so passionate about starting using CI, but coming from I felt like a complete loner. And the support that's out there for French and Spanish teachers, there's a wealth out there. And I've certainly learnt so much from these teachers. But the nuance is very different for Japanese teaching and learning situation. So that's where I think that the value really is having a Japanese teacher who's a CI teacher helping you through trying to avoid the issues and hurdles that I certainly went through. Lived trench experience. And the other optional extra is the community forum. So in the JapanEasyReads community, I'll showcase a little bit of that just to show you what that looks like. But as well as access to this course, there are other free resources and a variety of free and paid resources that are available there. But really importantly, teachers that are there that are going through this as well, who share. There's a real collegiality spirit there. So, but looking at some of the frequently asked questions, I'm new to CI, I'm a complete beginner. Is this right for me? And it's absolutely right for beginners. It is designed with beginners, with practical tools to really build up your confidence and skill, and certainly build on all the skills that you have up to this point. This is just a different way of thinking about your teaching. So tweaking things that, not throwing out the baby with the bathwater, but tweaking things to go for even better practice. Will this work if I have a set curriculum? Absolutely. The CI strategies can be easily woven into any curriculum, and I can show you how. I go through these during the weekly Tuesday webinars. So every Tuesday there will be a spotlight on a different CI strategy, and these are all free. And recorded too, if you can't make it live. What if I've got limited contact hours? Now, I think this is the biggest plus for the CI style of teaching, is because it really does maximise these strategies, maximise the limited contact time that we as language teachers often have. And because we focus on the high frequency Super 7 and lots of high frequency vocabulary, the retrieval practice is automatically built in. So another big plus. What if I don't feel confident speaking Japanese all the time? And that is totally fine also. The course really does include, though, techniques to provide CI even if you're not confident, even if you are not a native speaker. And I can certainly vouch for the fact that my confidence in my speaking and using and maintaining language, staying in Japanese for larger chunks of time, was made possible because of the CI approach. So, as I said, it's a change in thinking and a change in the input that you provide the students, the class. But because of all that retrieval practice built in, I actually found that my confidence using the language and staying in the language was increased in this way. Now, as I said, the course is delivered online. It's fully recorded with the private forum and also with ongoing support there and the 2 Zoom sessions that are included. And you have access to this course, lifetime access, and also access to any new updates or resources that are shared in the JapanEasyReads community. So also included in the course is a starter pack. So there's a range of classroom instruction posters, editable templates that you can customize. As I said before, there is a sample unit there. There's additional support through the JapanEasyReads Community forum and also the weekly webinars. So if this sounds like something that you are interested in finding out a little bit more about, here's a little sneak peek into the JapanEasyReads community. So before we wrap up, I'll show you where the Starting Strong with CI course is and how you can access the course. So that's the wrong one, this one. Okay, so in the classroom, I don't know whether you can see that. It's probably gone a little bit funny now. So this is the classroom in the JapanEasyReads community, and there are resources there that are free resources, and also there's some there's paid digital library there. All of the Express PD recordings are accessible there. This is the Starting Strong with, this is not going to play nice, I think. So you can see, you can see here, these are the different courses here, the different modules, sorry. And there, it's probably not very clear. So there's modules and the videos that you work through, included also there are the posters, verb posters, assessment, overview for listening and reading, and also for speaking and writing. There's a bonus, there's a backward template, there's a bonus demo, classroom demo as well, just to give you a bit of an insider's idea of how that works. But I'm just going to go back because that's not a very clear, oh, it's all going so well there. While I sort this out, are there any questions from anyone while I find where I am again? Here we go. Oh, Irene, how are you?
Your screen is all like blown up.
All over the place. I've had a feeling that that was the case. I'll get it back to normal. Go. Let's hope that this one, is this a bit better now? Back to
It's a
normal?
bit better. It's a bit better. Oh yeah, technology, love it. Yeah, hate it. Love it when it works.
Hated it. It was so smooth. But yes, look, the last little bit before any questions, I guess I wanted to say, and I know that Irene, you're already registered and in the course, so which is wonderful. But the message I'd like for anyone else who's interested is that the Japanese Reads community is not just about this course, but it's also a space where you can find practical resources, ongoing support, and a network of really like-minded teachers who are using CI to really maximise their teaching and learning in their classroom. So if you are ready to get started and you'd like to, please reach out to me here. And